Broadway, downtown Missoula, is a temporary 3-lane while they paint some crosswalks. This is rush hour. It's a calm, smooth flow. It's what a downtown should be. It's easy for a car to make a left or go straight across because they're only crossing one lane in each direction. The weight is minimal. And this is not a true lane, not a true 3-lane, because the center turn lane is coned off. So left turners under a true 3-lane would be taken out of the through lane. Still, even as a 2-lane, this is flowing a lot better. And the main thing is safety. Broadway has a lot of crashes, car to car, car to bike, car to ped. And this can and should be a 3-lane road through the heart of Missoula. Parking is easy. Smooth, calm flow. Typically people are racing on this 4-lane. We'll do some videos later showing that. 3 lanes move the same amount of cars as 4, except it's done in a much safer manner. All people can flow well on a 3-lane. Oops. Needs a little adjustment. We'll come to free cycles later. The main safety benefit of a 3-lane is pedestrian crossings. 1 lane stops, and there's no risk of a second lane come flying by, harming and killing people. Broadway used to be a 4-lane from the stoplight up ahead, orange, for about 3/4 of a mile heading west. It's now a 3-lane. It works extremely well. No congestion, just flow. It also depends on your outlook on congestion. Slow traffic in an urban area is good traffic. You might not even consider it slow. It's just a calm, fluid movement of everyone. 2 4 to 3-lane conversions have been done in Missoula, the one on Broadway west of us and on North Higgins. Several more are being considered. This is good for the health of the city, health of the people, good for the economy. People going slower in their motor vehicles can more easily make turns and moves, see businesses, see people. It adds a vibrancy. When you cross a 3-lane with 1 lane in each direction, it's very easy. It's called resilience. These cars can slow but not have to stop. That person never had to stop. It's a nice flow. On a faster multi-lane road, when a pedestrian crosses, everyone comes to a crashing halt. It's an accordion effect and takes a while for traffic to start up again. This can be seen on interstates and high-speed roads. One little stop, tap of a brake light, something interesting on the side of the road that makes people look, stop, that can back up traffic for miles. Calmer, smoother flow. Again, that mist, we call it a resilience. It's a beautiful way for a street to function. 3-lane moves as many vehicles as a 4-lane, only in an urban environment or where there's a lot of left turns. You can't make the same argument if there's no left turns. The inner lane of a 4-lane will clog through traffic if someone's taking a left turn. Going from 4 lanes to 3 lanes gives you an extra 11 or 12 feet. That 4th lane, it doesn't disappear. It often gets turned into bike lanes. It's 2 5.5-foot bike lanes. If you have a little more space, a 6 or 7-foot bike lane is more comfortable, more flowing, more equitable. These pedestrians, this person should have stopped. So one didn't, the next one does. And they don't even have to come to a complete stop. Lets a left turner through. This is the beauty of a 3-lane road. Known as a road diet if you're going from 4 to 3, or lane optimization, or 4 to 3 conversion, safety conversion. Another term we've been messing around with at MIST is lane change. Road diet can be a bit polarizing, the term diet. Although diets can mean health, rejuvenation, better way of living. Four to 3 conversion in a way is not a diet, it's an expansion if you count the bike lanes. It's really a 4 to 5 lane conversion from 4 travel lanes and no bike lanes to 3 travel lanes for motor vehicles plus the 2 bike lanes. Again, we'll demonstrate a quick pedestrian crossing. It's one of the simplest things in the world on a 3-lane road. Step out. This person is going slow enough to stop. There's no second lane here speeding by. And there's only 1 lane that has good visibility and can see me crossing the street. Again, they don't stop, they roll. Pedestrian safety is perhaps the most important aspect of city design. Our shared assets, resources, public right-of-ways, streets. Tens, maybe hundreds of times more space than public parks, river corridors. Yet to hear a horn this morning. On the 4-lane, typically there's a bit of honking, a little bit of road rage. This person looks left, looks right. These vehicles have good, very good visibility. Broadway is typically dangerous in this section for people on bikes. People avoid it. If this were converted to a 3-lane, we'd see a lot more people on bikes. That bike facility could either be a more common bike lane, or it could be a protected bike lane, otherwise known as a cycle track, with a barrier between the outer travel lane and the person on the bike. This helps people to bike safely. They're less likely to be on a sidewalk or doing unpredictable maneuvers. Not a whole lot to see here, just a calm flow. The Missoula Institute for Sustainable Transportation, we're advocating, research, designing, collaborating, safer, more accessible roads, trails. You might say a cornerstone is lane optimizing, and in our opinion, our strong opinion, borne out by research and practice, is that any undivided 4-lane in an urban area should be converted to a 3-lane instead of 2 lanes in each direction, 1 lane in each direction with a center turn lane. Adding the space that saved the bike lanes. Hey, Rich. Cross one more time. And even as a pedestrian, I can choose my gap and minimize the stoppage. Up ahead, that was a risky maneuver, swinging across a wide space. The driver taking that left. Under a true 3-lane, they would have entered the center left turn lane much sooner and had a much clearer vision and a shorter space to cross. Slower traffic generally has higher capacity. Drivers can get closer to each other without any extra danger. If you think of the 2-second rule, the slower the speed, the closer you can be to the bumper of the car in front of you. It's not to say that they should be packed in, because then a sudden stop can be a rear end. Field of vision with slower motor vehicle speed is much better. The perspective broadens. The faster you go, your vision collapses and you can only see less and less space, more of what's right in front of you, not things on the side of the road like a person or an animal, a ball, things that are present in urban situations. Another benefit of a 3-lane is that a single-lane roundabout can be added at key intersections. Under a 4-lane scenario, you would need a double-lane roundabout or have somewhat awkward lane drops. Single-lane roundabouts are incredible for safety and flow. Multi-lane roundabouts, much less so. Single-lane roundabouts and 3-lane roads go together extremely well. This person on the bike doesn't have to worry about the extra motor vehicle coming by. This 3-lane's working well. This person on the bike's being squeezed a bit because there's no bike lane. They should really be taking the lane, especially with big vehicles here, and especially if a car door were to open like that. The person squeezed, goes around. We have a complete streets policy in this city, like over 100 other cities, maybe several hundred. As roads are rebuilt or even repaved, we make them work for everyone. People walking and people biking have been sort of left out of the picture for the last 50 to 70 years. Walking and biking was really prevalent. It's what cities and people did. The automobile craze from about the 1930s to the 1990s put all the money into road planning, took it away from everything else. Trains, buses, pedestrian facilities, bike facilities. We have a lot of crashes. 2,500 a year in Missoula. We're a population of 70,000 in the valley. Health and vitality. Important for the health of a city, the economy of a city, the well-being. It's 8:30 in the morning, May 30th, 2017. This could be considered rush hour. The peak might be about in 15 minutes from now. A few more cars. 8:45. Pedestrians can move a little slower too, a little calmer. On the 4-lane, people are generally running across this road. Our email is mist@strans.org. If you want to get involved in Missoula issues, or you're in a different city, let us know if you want help with road design, healthy transportation design, lane conversions. It's really quite simple. Just be involved. Talk to your city council reps, talk to your city engineer, talk to the businesses. It's really important. The people who live, work right on the road in question of possible redesign. Present the data. Get a dialogue started. There's resistance. Change means resistance. It's also opportunity for growth. Never really been able to stand in the middle of Broadway downtown and not have a single person honk or a policeman question me or threaten the issue of a ticket. But with this road so calm right now, you could play hopscotch, foursquare, you could take a nap right here. This is a good view. One lane in each direction, flowing. In a way, those cones are like a roundabout. If we moved a couple, this intersection would be fluid. Although a roundabout's not